Alright, so this is a new type of video that I'm going to be covering on my channel. What the aim of this video or this series of videos is, perhaps I'll make one a week or one every couple of weeks when I see something major happening in the markets. What I will be covering in this total market analysis will be mainly the total crypto market cap, what's going on with the dollar, and what's going on with the stock market. So this will provide you with a plethora of views on what all of the markets are doing, and hopefully that will provide some value and help you decide, what direction the markets are going. So starting off with the total crypto market cap, the other day we made a video about how we broke above the 1.618. That is obviously what we wanted to see, and specifically I said I would need to see a weekly close above the 618 before I do start getting bullish. From what you can see, this was a lower high, a retest of the 618, a retest of this trend line, and a rejection. So we even came up to the 618 here, got rejected, and now we're coming down. So starting off with the total crypto market cap, like I said, not looking good in the short term. Do bear in mind we do have all week to get back above the 1.618 before I do believe that we would be dumping as a whole. If we do obviously extrapolate this, and this hasn't happened, this hasn't come into fruition, so this is maybe a big hypothetical. We could come down to somewhere like 1.7 trillion, and we could be setting up for a nice W before the end of the week. If we do, start bashing our heads above the 618 at the end of the week, or even better, if we do hop above the 618, come back, backtest it, close a weekly candle and go off to the races, that would be very, very nice in my opinion. But so far not good. I mean, selling volume is coming in, RSI is dumping, money flow is basically going sideways, so we haven't necessarily made a decision on what the whales are doing, what the most of the money is doing, but we are getting selling volume coming in. So total crypto market cap not looking too good right now. You can see it is dragging down Bitcoin, but Bitcoin could still potentially be setting up this inverse head and shoulders. Like I said, we would really need to hold somewhere between this 41,000, at worst 40,000. Otherwise, personally I would be quite bearish. And in the macro term, if you've been watching my videos, I'm saying I'm not getting out of bed till we do break 46,000. And so far we're coming down. We did predict that we were going to do something like this in the last video for Bitcoin. So as long as we do stay above 41.4, in my opinion, we are very bullish. If we do stay above 40,000, we're still kind of bullish, but I would really like to hold this level here. So moving on to the dollar, the reason I think total crypto market cap and stock market is dumping is because the dollar is pumping. We have set up with this very, very nice W pattern on I'm going to ignore this W pattern, so I'm just going to use the analysis that we've got here. I mean, we are in an uptrend, we are setting up for a W pattern here, or we've really broken out of the W pattern. The neckline is right here, so I mean, technically if you really wanted to do it, but I wouldn't necessarily take a W pattern to the bank on the dollar. So if we did something like this, which like I said, I mean, I just don't see us doing this, so I'm not even going to talk about that. Normally when the dollar does set up W patterns, it just slowly moves up. So the RSI is heading up strongly. We could potentially be seeing a top coming in at some point soon, but while we are in this big uptrend, it could just be a micro top before we come down here, have a bounce and keep on trending up. I mean, if we do zoom out on the dollar in the long term, you can see we're above the 200-day. We're in this steep uptrend, and while we've got all these news about war, people are leaving the stock markets, people are leaving crypto, and they're entering the dollar. So people are leaving risk on assets and they're entering quote unquote risk off assets, where instead of losing 50% of your money in an altcoin a day, you'll just lose 50% in the next 10 years. So honestly, dollar is looking very, very nice right now. I'm not a forex trader, so I'm not even going to be trading the dollar. My channel was about crypto, and sometimes I touch on the stock market because the stock market does affect what's happening with Bitcoin. If we do come over to the stock market now, you can see in the last stock market video we made, we outlined these are the 3 levels we need to be above. Until we're above them, I'm not getting bullish on the stock market. So we came up above the first level, and this is when I said, look, we've got 1, 2, 3 resistances coming in. We'd need to get above these 3 before I even talk about being bullish. We have hit the second resistance, and now it looks like we're coming down. So SPY is heading down, Nasdaq's heading down, SPX is heading down. Gold is heading up. Gold is above the level that it was. Where did this come from? So, okay, I think, yeah, this is the point. Gold has finally broken above the all-time high that it put in 10 years ago. So, you know, people are finally getting out of bed for gold. You know, I'm not really a big fan of gold. I do have a small percent of my portfolio in it, but, you know, gold is up like what, 1% in 10 years, and that's not even considering inflation. So in my opinion, gold is the biggest shitcoin of all. That is just my opinion. Take away that with what you will. But yeah, I mean, gold is looking strong right now, can't lie. We didn't even come back to retest the 618. We completely invalidated this fib. We are now poking our head above here. So in my opinion, you know, we could be setting up for a 8% move. Yeah, almost a 7% move now, up to the previous all-time high that we have up here. So the gold is looking good, the dollar's looking good, and that is not normally good for the stock market. So that is basically all I've got for my overview of the total markets. You know, if people do enjoy this kind of content, leave a like and a comment, and I will perhaps make it like a bi-weekly thing, or maybe I'll make it a weekly thing if something big is happening. But you know, this won't be something that I cover every day, or it won't even be something that I really cover every week. So once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.